just want to show you how nasty it is. My hands are already starting to get black, and I've only taken out a couple screws. This is the smoke unit right here. Be careful with that so you don't mess it up. Take that out. Some of these older engines, yep, little pin, and that's what is holding us up here. Have a pin in there, pressed pin. This is not that big of a deal to take out. I'll show you what you do. Turn it on its side. Pin right there. What I'm going to do, depends on whatever tool you have, should work fine. You just need a little, you can use a nail set. Doesn't really matter. Let's see. I'm going to use this little small nail set. Or no, this would be better. This little scratch-all. Place that right on that. Just carefully give it a couple love touches. Should slide right out, just like that. Now you get on the other side. You can just pull it out with your hands, wiggle it a little bit. Nuts. Freaking thing. Well, that's really as far enough as you need to get it out. Let's see if I can wiggle this out without. Looks like I've got to take off the trailing truck too on this one. Took the trailing truck off. Got the whole engine out of the shell. And it's pretty nasty and dirty. So we are going to go ahead and make it look like new. Smoke unit is absolutely disgusting. Just like that's the only word for it. All that junk. Alright, now there's very many places where you can start cleaning up your engine. This is my first time doing one with a smoke unit, so I'm not gonna mess with the smoke unit yet. I'm gonna take these screws out right here so I can get into the motor. Don't be afraid to, mess with these, and because made in America, and they're not like the Chinese stuff today, so you give them a run for their money. This thing is just glued on there with grease. Look at that. Right in there. Just nasty. So I'm going to go ahead and get some Q-tips or little ear cleaners. It really doesn't matter. Just something small, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe out all that grime. Now there's not that much on this. There's not that much grime, but what you can do is, if you feel like it, you want to go the extra mile, you can use some degreaser. I'm probably going to have to use some of that on the motor and the contacts. Actually, I might have to use some degreaser for this because this is a lot dirtier than it looked. So, yeah, hold on, let me get some degreaser. Alright guys, I'm back. I just got some degreaser, put it in a little jug, so, yeah. It smells horrible, and I'm pretty sure it is not safe to inhale it, so I would recommend that you take breaks so you don't pass out. But, you just gotta get down in the gears, clean it all out. I'll be back with you guys in a minute after I get this cleaned up. Alright guys, I got it all reassembled, and see how it runs now after getting all that junk out of it. Good, disassemble and reassemble of all the stuff. A lot smoother. Look at that. Remember how it was jumping last time? That's smooth. Alright, that's how you clean and half restore your post-war locomotive. Hey guys, this is my trains through 1-2 here. I'm over my granddad's house, and we got this old Lionel 2037 off eBay. It's pretty beat, and I'm going to show you guys how you can take your old beat locomotives like this and make them run just like new. Alright, so I'm going to put it on the track and show you how it runs right now. Unit stuck. It's kind of loud, and you can hear it grinding in there. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this turn just like new and run perfectly good. First thing is, most post-war locomotives have a screw on the top or on the boiler steam chest to take it off. This one has one on the top, so take off that screw. That off. Sometimes they get a little stuck in there we go. Now the chest should lift. Let's see here. I gotta take off the steam chest too. See, this one has both. Steam chest. Need a flathead screwdriver for that. Show you guys these screws right down in there. Right down in there. Just gonna take them out. Now this is a nice little tool to get if you don't have one. Little small parts grabber that you can use. Just put it on over your screw, twist it, it tightens it up so it'll lift out. Little screws in the tightest to get places. Not see, that one's really in there. Son of a gun. Thing does not want to come off. Alright guys, I went ahead and cleaned off that motor, or those gears, so that's probably where you're going to get the most junk. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Well, I'm going to put the this cover back on here. This holds the gear in place. Make sure that that's nice and clean too. Forgot to clean it, so just wiped it off. Make sure you get that in really tight, because if you don't, it's going to make the gear slap around and will grind up your gears and sometimes make your engine stand there motionless. So I'm just going to tighten this back up. Just snug. Now that is the sound of old, globbed up junk, and it does not have any fresh grease on there. It's nice and clean. I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of that junk out of there that's coming around as I push the wheel end and grind it off the wheel. So I'm just going to run the wheel over, just wipe it out. The little Q-tip and some cleaning solution, degreasing solvent. Just going to go ahead and hit this little gear too. Most of the other ones are pretty fine, but you get those ones near the motor where you get all the carbon and stuff, and that's where you get that really bad grease. Now right here, I'm going to go ahead and clean off the contact pins to the motor. Got to take off that screw and that screw. And doing this, you have to be very careful because there are spring-loaded carbon tabs in here. So you have to hold it down as you're screwing it, or these things will shoot out and you will never see them again. And they are a necessity in proper operation of your engine, so make sure that take good care and just gently lift it off. You gotta wiggle it a little bit. Make sure they don't go flying. So far, so good. And there they are. You get them out of there. Might even put a new set of them in there. Those are really beat up. Look at the inside of this contact. Just covered in junk. So I'm going to get another little swab. Wipe off this contact with some degreaser. Get a lot of that old junk off of there. Get that metal shine like new. And now, this is the dirtiest part. It's cleaning off the motor contacts. You just kind of gotta... Do not use sandpaper or steel wool on anything. The only part that you can even think of touching with sandpaper is the silver part of the frame to get off any rust. But this is pretty rust free, so it's not worth your time to clean it off if it's not filthy. And never use steel wool, because it will get, the little steel fibers will get picked up by the magnet traction or any of the magnets inside the motor, and eventually work its way through your gears, maybe eat up a few gears on their way, and then they will cause a short and possibly fry your engine, and it's going to be nearly impossible to find them, to get them out. So, and then also another thing that you really got to clean good, let's see if you can, these little gaps in here should be free of grease and junk. So clean them out. I'll get back to you guys in a second.